I'm about to tear into the CEO of MGM Resorts International, which owns this property, super hard. We're at the Park MGM, and this isn't the first time I've done this either. Just a month or two ago, I showed you how ridiculous this person is. And that's, of course, allegedly, in my opinion, legal disclaimer goes here. Because the MGM Resorts International CEO, Bill Hornbuckle, just admitted something that no other casino executive has ever said in the history of Vegas. And this was basically in... Hi, how are you?
Yeah.
I'm not allowed to show off the Italy to everybody?
Well, not the live stream.
It's not a live stream.
No?
It's a recording, that's what the red is.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Yeah. Give me a subscription for that. I've never had that happen. Was cool. I'll blur his face out so he's safe, and I'll not put his name in there. I lost my train of thought. Basically admitting that they don't want certain people here in town, the riffraff, and that they were overcharging you. Never seen it happen that way. But this is not about that. This is about an overall broader economic perspective, a problem that's just crushing regular people. We're going to talk about it. My name is Steven. This is NLLV. That was a first. And let's get on with it. So welcome back to NLLV, a channel that's solely dedicated to exposing the business behind Vegas and the overall broader economy, not just in America, but around the world. Today we have to look at this viral sensation where a CEO of MGM Resorts International, Bill Hornbuckle, apparently called you all riffraff. That's not true. That's actually clickbait from an AI channel who I've exposed on my Patreon in the past. But we are going to look at his shame on us comments and see how this is not just a symptom of something happening in Vegas, but how Vegas might have just exposed a broader kind of cancer floating around the economic system where big companies are just treating people poorly. So let's get on with it. So let's bring us up to speed.
Rip-off Las Vegas faces another huge tourism slump.
Tourism in Las Vegas is in a big slump this summer, costing the city billions of dollars. Some are saying that could signal trouble ahead for the U.S. economy.
Las Vegas may still dazzle, but for many visitors, that sparkle now comes at a steeper price, from soaring hotel rates to $9 coffees. Inflation is hitting hard, and fewer tourists are traveling to the famous destination.
If you don't already know, Vegas has seen its traffic drop month over month for the last 10, 11 months. We've been covering it pretty much religiously every single month, showing you how bad things have gotten. At the same time, people are tired of paying extra for everything, and social media has, in the last several months, erupted with people exposing the cash grabs here in town.
Price gouging in Las Vegas is out of control. I was at the casino getting a coffee from Starbucks, $11 for a latte. I'm like, oh, that's weird. Maybe Starbucks is just gouging. No. I go to the food court at the Caesars Palace, 2 slices of pizza and a beer, $34. I'm like, okay, these casinos are already making billions upon billions of dollars from people coming to gamble, and they're still gonna upcharge food and drinks by 200%?
$52.95. $52.95 for this bowl of pasta right here and this drink right here. I'm at Italy at Park MGM, and this bowl of pasta right here and this drink right here cost me $52.95. $52.95.
And this is exactly what Bill Hornbuckle was talking about. He was telling the truth. What he wasn't doing was calling all of you names. Recent claims that Bill Hornbuckle said that the high prices in Vegas were to, quote, keep away the riffraff are nothing more than AI hallucinations from viral videos that don't really deserve to go viral. What he did say, however, is damning in and of itself. Hornbuckle's exact quote is, quote, shame on us. We should have been more sensitive to the overall experiences at a place like Excalibur to those customers. You can't have a $29 room and a $12 cup of coffee. He also goes on to address the $26 ultra-viral bottle of water that was, again, at the minibar at the Aria, not making excuses, just pointing it out. It wasn't as though it was sitting in the lobby next to the check-in area where you buy all of your concessions for your trip. But either way, why is this a problem, not just in Vegas, but across the country? It's simple enough. corporations have lost the script big time and have been taking advantage of you, the little guy, to increase their profits for a very long time. And in the case of MGM Resorts International, this has led to them seeing $130 million, I think it is, I'll put the exact number up next to my head, millions of dollars, hundreds of millions of dollars just wiped off the valuation of their company, because Wall Street likes winners, and winners who decide to alienate their customers are not something that anybody wants to actually invest in. Then you got the people that capitalize on all that, right? They got the volatility. I click button, price goes up, I make money. Oopsie, Trump said something. Orange man makes stock market drop. Here's another 200. I mean, like, that's my day. I just open my computer and do that. If you guys want to do that, if you finally want to capitalize off the billionaire class to, like, maybe get your little piece of the pie, go to my course. It's how I keep the videos free. I think I have like 4 or 5 spots every video these days. You get it for 90% off. I got to raise the price soon. So there's a link down below. You click the button, you type code 19, that's a 1 and a 9. What do you, I mean, like, if you, I could tell you there's a ladder, it's 5 steps high, it's a $100 bill up there. Most of you guys wouldn't go for it. So I'm sure you're not going to do it. You're just going to complain how you can't afford NFL Sunday ticket next season, right? However, the real reason this is being exposed right now is because the economy is in absolute tatters. It's in a mess. And Wall Street, big-based Wall Street companies keep making money while everybody else keeps losing. So let's look at the stats about how the real world thinks about things versus MGM Resorts International and companies like them. We do these updates all the time, talk about the news like consumer confidence indexes, which have been falling since forever, since February. And when they fall in this long, it generally means a recession is happening, and 82% of the country is under recession right now. 82% of the states. Are you in a state like recession? Do you feel like you're in recession? You tell me in the comments below. Consumer confidence sucks and everybody has no money. MGM is going to try to charge you how much? $40 for a bagel and coffee? It's ridiculous, right? And the real deal is that most people don't actually trust the government anymore, and they think we're already in a recession. And that's a big problem. See, I've been studying up on the Great Depression. And the Great Depression was a cycle. It was a loop. Because when people think we're in a recession, they won't spend the money that they do have. And when they don't spend the money that they do have, they can't go on trips to Vegas. They don't buy new products. And these companies don't profit. Companies don't profit. People lose their jobs. They get laid off. So the companies can keep their profits high. And companies will charge more, like MGM has been trying to do all this year, until, boom, shame on us. And then there's those layoffs, right? And we covered it before. You should subscribe. You see our weekly news updates. 1 million layoffs. 1 million layoffs this year. And it's not like what it was before. You know, you're not going to come out and say, well, the last guy lied to us. They made fake jobs. We corrected the record. No, these are layoffs from the tech sector, from hotel chains, from service industry companies, because nobody's got no more money. It is not good. The unfortunate reality here, something that you guys yelled loudly in my comments about last video, is that there is a big rift in the class system in America that's forming right now. When in my last video I said that most Americans don't have a 401k, you guys corrected me, but the stats are clear. 28% of people who earn under $55,000 a year actually have a 401k. It's cheaper for them and more affordable not to contribute just a few dollars per paycheck from their company's 401k, if there is even a match, than it is to sacrifice that on a daily basis, because people are living basically check to check in a lot of cases. And sure, you can stick your head in the sand and be an ostrich and say that because you don't personally experience it, it doesn't mean it's not happening. But that's the main problem with companies like MGM Resorts International and Caesars, who for a long time stuck their heads in the sand and said, this is totally fine. Nothing's wrong here.
I want to be clear in how I characterize this. This is mostly a protest.
And of course, there's a term for this. It's called enification. It's a process of having something that's easily accessible by everybody, providing a massive amount of value, and then pivoting it and forcing the only people that can really access it to be people who are paying a premium for the service. We'll do a full video on the vacation of Vegas coming up here in the next little while, so be sure to subscribe to the channel for that. Big companies are actually prone to do this a lot more often than you think. Think of everything that was cool at one point that became expensive and sucky later on. And as they continue to cram more stuff that you don't even care about, their stock goes up, their prices go up, their shareholders go up. Does your wallet go up? It would go up if you did my course, 1K a day, 90% off, 5 spots. Go do it. And then, or just complain and bitch and moan like the rest of us. You'll find a link in the box below. Click it, type the code. But if you're not going to sit here and complain about it, you might as well do something about it. And a lot of you guys have done something about it, that's for sure. And y'all just not simply coming. And I never thought I would see it before, but I've covered it on this channel all throughout the summer. I was the crazy person who was the doom and gloomer who said that Vegas was too expensive. You'd know this if you subscribed. Hello, McFly. Subscribe to the channel. Get the updates. We talk about the economy at large and in Vegas. It's a good channel. But yeah, 8-point-something% month-over-month drops for the last few months. The casinos finally lost money last month. And in short, companies like MGM Resorts International, they're just starting to bleed the real blood. And they don't like it. And that's why we have their CEO admitting that they lost the script. But did they really, or what are they really doing? Is it safe for you to come back, or is it something that you should probably pause and pump your brakes on? And as much as I would really love to think that these companies have learned their lesson, there's something that keeps recurring every time Bill Hornbuckle talks about value in Vegas, and that's the mention of one property, the Excalibur. And the problem with that is that it means that if they're looking at just the Excalibur as a good value for people that don't want to spend $40 on a burger or $15 on a simple bottle of water, it means that they don't understand what people really want to experience here in this town. People simply don't want to be raked over the coals anymore. People simply don't want to. Hi. You could be in my video. No, it's okay. You want to be in my video? It's all right. I can move if you want. You sure? I was going to ask you if you think Vegas is too expensive. Yes. You do? Okay. She thinks Vegas is too expensive. And that's the point. So long as people think Vegas is too expensive, it's going to continue to be too expensive if the casino companies just think that $5 happy hours and $5 000 roulettes at a single property are a good value proposition. Until that changes, I say continue up the good fight. Find a new place to go. I hope you come back in the future because I would love to see you here. And I still think Vegas is a very special place. And with that, I will tell you, either make more money or don't come. I mean, that's just the way of the world nowadays. If you want to make more money, you go to my course, you click a few buttons, you make some money for yourself. It's 90% off. Find the links below, type in the code. Until the next time we see you, my name is Steven. Talk to you later. Bye.